Hello, welcome to Jason the Millennial. My name is Jason, speaking to you here in my basement in the great state of Kansas. In today's video, I'm going to showcase some DVDs that I bought for my birthday, Blu Rays that I bought for my birthday, and also I'm going to do an unboxing. I got something from Garrett from SoundLab Studios, so we'll see what that is here on Jason the Old Millennial. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well here on July 5th, the day after July 4th. So hope everybody had a good July 4th day. Got to spend some time with family. Maybe eat some, hot dogs, hamburgers, all that. It was a bit stormy though, but it was nice during the day. But so it was pretty good, except it got stormy pretty late at night. But still had plenty of time to have a good day. Unfortunately, I was at work, so I didn't get to enjoy the day as much. But did get to hear a lot of fireworks and got to see them out the window, so that's always kind of cool. Yeah, it's a evening here, kind of late evening here. But I wanted to showcase some more stuff that I got for my birthday, which was almost a week ago now, when I turned 40. And also got a package from Garrett from SoundLab Studios here that I will unbox, and I know he got me some vinyl. He didn't tell me what it is, so I don't know what it is, so it's all a surprise to me as well. But first, show some Blu Rays that I got. First one I'm going to showcase is The Sound of Music. This is the 50th anniversary, so pretty cool. Looks like I got some really good special features here, including audio commentary by Julie Andrews, Christopher Plummer, and Robert Wise, the director. So really be interested in seeing that. Also on disc 2, there's a 60-minute documentary on the sound of a city, Julie Andrews' return to Salzburg. Anyway, so pretty cool stuff there. There's the inside there. So it's cool getting this 50th anniversary. A lot of stuff to see. Also a classic, one of the all-time classic musicals from 1965. Won Best Picture, won tons of Oscars, I believe, that year. And also, it was a huge box office movie. I think it was definitely the biggest box office movie in 1965, but I want to say it was like maybe the biggest of the 60s. I mean, it did huge numbers in the 60s and was like one of the best, one of the greatest, box office hits that we had up to that point. That's how big it was. Even though it's about a 3-hour movie, it's pretty long, and all that. But yeah, it's one I grew up on. And one of the main reasons why I wanted to get it actually is that I'm going to be in Salzburg, where they shot some of the scenes of this movie. Salzburg, Austria. I'm going to be there actually in August, early August, I'll be there. But in 2 weeks from today, actually, I'll be going to Europe and spending 2.5 weeks in Germany, Czech Republic, and then end up in Salzburg, Austria. Will be our last spot, that we'll be at. And we're going to go on my mom and I are going on this trip, and we are going to go on a Sound of Music tour while we're there. So we'll get to see some of the sites, places they shot stuff for Sound Music. So that'll be really cool. So I definitely wanted to get this, look at it, see all the special features before I go on my trip, I guess, to further my knowledge on, I've seen a million times of Sound of Music and what we're going to see there. Next, I have Cyrano. This is musical that came out just last year, 2022. Because this is of course, very good musical. I really enjoyed it. I actually went to the movie theater and saw this. In fact, this was the first movie I saw in the movie theater since 2020. Early 2020 was the last time I went to the theater. And then, of course, we had the whole pandemic hit. And I didn't go to theater again for like 2 years. 2 years and not go to the movie theater. And finally, stuff started getting a little more relaxed as far as rules and stuff. And when I saw this coming out, I love a good musical. I love a good, costume, period piece musical, And so when I saw this coming out, and I was like, oh man, I'm so intrigued by it. I thought the trailer was pretty good. I love Peter Dinklage, of course, from Game of Thrones. He's so amazing there. So I love the concept, the idea of usually Cyrano de Bergerac, the original play, it's based off of. Usually it's about a guy who has a big nose, and so he gets made fun of, and because of that. But in this version, he's a little person. Of course, Peter Dinklage is a little person. So he still has kind of that, that effect of, being different. and not being sure of himself to the person that he loves. And it's really beautiful, of course, story. The original is really great. Cyrano Bergerec's a really popular story, of course, play, and made into movies, actually, a lot of movies. But this is the first time we made into a musical, which I believe was written by Peter Dinklage's wife, wrote the music, or wrote the musical play for it that they did on, like, I don't think it was Broadway, but it was kind of like Broadway kind of a musical that they did. Also, I should say Haley Bennett, who plays Roxanne, Cyrano's love interest, is absolutely amazing here. She should have been nominated for an Oscar. I thought she gave an absolutely amazing performance. Also, Peter Dinklage should have got nominated for an Oscar. I was kind of sad that he didn't get nominated because it had been the first time I think a little person would have got nominated for Best Actor. And I think he got nominated for like a SAG award maybe. So he's definitely got a lot of buzz. He gives a really great performance here. Overall, the music is really good. Like, I really enjoy the music. But it definitely holds a special place in my heart is that it was the first movie I got to go see in the theater during the pandemic era, which kind of ruined movies for everybody and really took a toll on the movie industry and movie theaters. To this day, I rarely ever go to the movie theater anymore. I kind of got used to just watching movies at home, especially with all the streaming and stuff. And so, unfortunately, I've never been big on going to movies anymore, but I still try to go to, at least 3 or so movies a year. But yeah, Cyrano, a very good movie, I think. I highly recommend it, kind of underrated. Next, I got a Criterion Collection Blu-ray. I'm trying to get more Criterion Collection because I do enjoy kind of collecting not just your normal Blu-ray, but the steel books and the Criterion collections. Something gives it something a little special to it that I kind of enjoy having that kind of special edition of the movie. But this is Anatomy of a Murder, is this one, which that's kind of a famous logo for Anatomy of Murder, which I always kind of thought was cool. But this was you can see there James Stewart, stars Liam Remnick, Ben Gazzara, Arthur O'Connell, Eve Arden, and Captain Grant. Not a lot to the DVD itself, just you got the big C for Criterion Collection there. And there's a booklet here, and it's very long about kind of somewhat of the making of the movie. I mean, it's quite a booklet. I was kind of skimming through it, and they talk a lot about, especially the guy who plays the judge in the movie was an actual lawyer. He wasn't an actor. They got an actual lawyer to play the old judge in the case. Because it's a movie about a guy from the military guy who killed somebody because he believes they raped his wife. This guy raped his wife, so he kills him, and so he's on trial for murder. But he has Jimmy Stewart, who's like this, small town like Michigan lawyer, defend him from this murder. And then George C. Scott's in this as well. One of early George C. Scott movies I've ever seen, because this is back in 1959, so right at the end of the 50s. So, I mean, this is 11 years before Patton, where he won his Oscar. And, of course, he was also in Dr. Strangelove, and The Hustler was another one. So this is one of his first big roles. George C. Scott, he's really good as the other lawyer that Jim Stewart's going against. He was more of the big city lawyer, fancy lawyer. But yeah, really great. I love a good trial movie with lawyers and stuff, and an interesting murder case. I love those kind of movies. I have a lot of those kind of movies. Anyways, and this is one of the best ones that I've seen. Jimmy Stewart, he's one of my favorite actors. Love him in the main roles, the small town kind of lawyer. He does such a great job there. Anyways, but yeah, if you like a good performance movie, a good movie about a murder case and stuff like that, and all that, this is a really good movie to check out. Okay, last Blu-ray I'm going to talk about in here is this one. Came from a very good friend of mine from England. Actually sent me this for my birthday, which I really appreciate. Very nice of him, and that is Gladiator, which is a movie I've always loved since I saw it back in the 2000 era, back when I was in high school. Funny enough, my friend who sent this was Mike from Did You See That, which I'm going to be on his Z Talks tomorrow. In fact, I'll be on there for like an hour and a half. And I'm interviewing Mike this Friday, July 7th, because he came out with a book called Suicide Rumor, which I read and I really recommend. And so he's going to come on my channel, and we are going to and I'm going to interview him about the book, kind of ask him questions about how he wrote the book and stuff. So, yeah, so me and Mike, we've been going back for the last year. Been one of my best friends, and which is funny. He's all the way in England. He's one of my best friends, and I appreciate him so much. And really, it was nice of him to give this, because this is his copy. He's had this on the shelf for who knows how long. He'd never watched it. He has the physical copy of the movie, but never put it in his Blu-ray player to watch it. And we all said, Mike, Gladiator is such a good movie. You have to watch it. And he's like, yeah, someday. And it's like, why? It's right there. It's so easy to watch. But I don't know. So he's going to have to find another way to watch it, because I got his copy, which I should ask him to autograph it or something like that. It'd been cool to have like an autograph copy from Mike from Did You See That? Be like, I got the only Mike autographed Gladiator Blu-ray. But yeah, what was funny is that of course a lot of times movies Blu-rays that come from like England, it has this 15, because they do it different, and there was 15, yeah, there and there. Of course, in England they do the rating system different, because in America we have G, PG, PG-13, rated R, kind of our major ratings. In like England and places, they have a different numbering system. Like, I guess that means you have to be 15 or over, I guess, to watch this movie. So a little different, a little older than PG-13, but less than a rated R movie. So a lot of times those kind of movies don't play on Blu-rays in America, because there's region A and region B, and these are like region B, usually Blu-rays or whatever, and so usually they don't work in America. But for some reason, I've gotten a couple of stuff from England, and it's worked on my Blu-ray player and my TV. So I don't know why that is, but I told Mike that, and so he sent me this, and I played it on my Blu-ray player, and it works. So I don't know why I have a Blu-ray player that can play the region B stuff, I guess. I don't know. So, but yeah, I mean, he didn't have to, but I appreciate Mike. Very nice of you. Obviously, a really great movie. Russell Crowe, really his first really star movie, I feel like, where he really broke out as one of the great actors of the 2000s. Won Best Picture, Best Actor for Ridley Scott. Best Actor for Russell Crowe. Ridley Scott directed it, but didn't win. And yeah, it's a beautiful movie. A lot of great violent action in it, which I always like. Yeah, and just really wonderfully shot movie, and great performances. Joaquin Phoenix. First time I ever saw him in the movie, he plays the bad guy, and he's a good bad guy. But anyway, so now I'm going to show an unboxing of some vinyl that Garrett sent me. So let's see what he sent me here. He knows what I have, because I've shown what vinyls I have, so I guess he probably knew what I don't have and what I like and what I need in my collection, which is very nice of him, as he has a much bigger collection than I do, of course. Alright, looks like you have this on eBay. Okay, it's The Who, I'm guessing. Looks like it's a Who album. Let's see. Yep. Let's see. It looks like it might be a couple different albums. Maybe I'm crazy. A deluxe set. Okay, 2 complete albums. Okay, that's what I was. I don't know which one's the front. Yeah, we have 2 early Who albums. This is The Who Sell Out, and The Who A Quick One. 2 of the early ones, which I'm not. I've listened to this one actually recently, because I know we were talking about doing on Garrett's channel, SoundLab Studios. We're doing we go through different albums and kind of go track by track. There's 4 of us, Garrett, Nick, Brian, and I, and we go through it kind of from track to track and kind of give our opinions of each song on the album, and then give our overall view of what we think about the album. We've been, of course, covering some really big albums on there. But I know they want to do The Who Sell Out, which I know they're big fans of. I listened to it, yeah. So I've listened to it recently. It's a very interesting album, as you can see. It calls it Who Sell Out, and they're pretending to do product placements, and even in the album itself, they do some fake commercials, which is kind of interesting. The big song on there is "I Can See for Miles." That's like the big hit song on the album itself. But there's a couple decent songs on there. It's a decent Who album. It's not as great as like "Who's Next," which I think comes out much later in the '70s. The Who Quick One, I'm not sure which one that is. I get that's another early one, I'm sure, but I haven't heard that one yet. It says Happy Jack is on there. I'm guessing that was one of their hits. That's interesting. So they had 2 albums, and I've never seen this before. 2 records in 1 album, so separate. Let's see. Looks like we got a Quick One. Parentheses Happy Jack for the Who. Because I believe My Generation was their first album, because My Generation was their first big hit that they had like around 65, I think, is the first album came out. And so then I know, yeah, you got Who Sat Out and the Quick One, or kind of the 2 that came afterwards, I believe. See, this one's got Boris the Spider. I've heard that one before. John Entwistle tune. Besides that, I don't know any of the other songs. Happy Jack, I think I've heard that one too, but yeah, so that's a Quick One. And knowing Garrett, these are like the original pressings or whatever, which is always cool to get. So now I got more. It's my third and fourth Who album that I've gotten. So maybe I'll have to get all the Who albums and be a completist. This is a Who Sell Out. There, both of them have this rainbow thing on it. Both have a similar picture on the inside there. But yeah, like I said, I Can See for Miles is definitely the big one here. But Marianne with the Shaky Hands I like quite a bit. And the last song, Rail, how we pronounce it, is kind of a cool psychedelic, like similar to like what you'd hear on Tommy. It has like almost an epic like rock opera feel to it. Anyways, but yeah. So thank you, Garrett, for getting me some more Who to add to my collection. Definitely give it a spin here. So yeah, definitely check out Garrett's channel, SoundLab Studios. Really great channel, and I absolutely love doing music on his, or talking about music on his channel, and excuse me, with Nick and Briar, and discussing a lot of big stuff, a lot of big songs and albums, and kind of going through a journey, because I'm kind of discovering music that they already know about, and kind of learning more and more about music every time I'm on there. So yeah, so big shout out to him and his channel. Definitely subscribe to him if you haven't. And yeah, so that's all I got to show today. So thank you for watching. Feel free to comment what you think about these movies or these this album that I got, and what you think. And I'd love to read that. And just thank you for watching this video and for liking it. Thank you to all my subscribers for supporting the channel. I appreciate you all, and I hope you have a good day.